Feel the rhythm in my bones. What do you say? I don't know. Nah, I can't hear you out, yeah. Follow through the mellow, I can show you the right moves for you. Move your feet, come on and dance with me. Till that is all you wanna do, eh? When everyone has gone and we are on our own, till then I follow roads that never take me home. But if you find me there, oh, I'll show you where there ain't no lies. Oh, just look in my blue eyes. I can't help it, but for some reason I feel so alive tonight. Just let up, it's alright. We can just dance out all night. I can't help it, but for some reason I feel that I need you more now. Am I wrong or can I feel our hearts connect as one? When everyone has gone and we are on our own, till then I follow roads that never take me home. But if you find me there, oh, I'll show you where there ain't no lies. Oh, just look in my blue eyes.
Hey guys, welcome back to Habitual Crypto. My name's Dan, and here on the channel we like to make good habits in trading. So if you like trading cryptocurrencies and learning the best strategies to do so, hit that subscribe button and give this video a like. Today we're going to be looking at the Bitcoin and Ethereum chart as well as Bitcoin dominance. And then we will be going into any altcoins you guys want to look at. And we'll also be keeping an eye on the coin stock. The Coinbase Ipo was today and on the NASDAQ, and it's listed under the symbol coin. So we'll be taking a look at that and seeing what happened with that, and did it have any effect on Bitcoin as well. So we'll dive right in. This is the Bitcoin daily chart. I always like to start with this because people get pretty nervous about, what's going on, on one single day. But if you take a look back, step back a little bit and take a look at the entire year so far, we really are having quite a nice little run here. Everyone was nervous in this area. Oh, we've hit the top. We've hit the top. Well, guess what? There's a new top in the, as of today, there's a new top. So we continue making higher highs and lower and higher lows. So, yeah, this is really good. It is kind of starting to round out here, but I will give you my, analysis on that, my opinion. It's not financial advice, but kind of where we will be going the rest of the year. So yeah, daily chart looks good in my opinion. Let's zoom in to the 30-minute here and kind of just see what happened today. We did have this breakout a couple days ago. And consolidated here, and then finally we had another breakout to an all-time high on the 13th a couple days ago, and today we throughout the middle of the night really came in and made higher highs. And then just recently, we did have one big wick that got bought up right at previous all-time highs. So, if we zoom out and look back here in early March, we made the all-time high at 61,750 roughly. And then today, after breaking that the past couple days, we just came down and now we've touched it twice and wicked a little below it, but not much. And then that got bought right back up the first time, almost back right to where it started falling from. And then since the day has gone on here, we have kind of declined. I would base most of this off the Coinbase IPO kind of dropping right off the bat. And we'll take a look at that, but the timing kind of matches up. But Bitcoin, so far we are, we have dropped from roughly 64.8 down to 61.8. So about a $3,000 drop. But we currently in the past hour have been holding this level here. So we will see if we drop any further. My targets, if we did drop further, 60,000 will definitely be a strong support in my opinion. And it is possible we go down that far. But there was a lot of consolidation around 60,000, and it's right before we had the breakout. So yeah, I would expect us to, if we do drop further, most likely hold around 60,000. Then again, we might not drop any further, because we did make a higher high in the short term here, and now we're making a higher low, and we're just back testing that previous all-time high. This is very normal. It doesn't happen all the time, from it doesn't normally happen when you this fast per se, but sometimes it does. And again, I would base that off the Coinbase IPO. And a couple days ago, I told you guys, I thought Bitcoin and Ethereum would both hit all-time highs. And not only did that happen for Ethereum, but I also said I thought Ethereum was going to move up more than Bitcoin. And that is exactly what has happened. It is following Bitcoin's moves today, but it is a couple percentage points higher than Bitcoin today. So it's holding a little stronger. And we do have the Ethereum Berlin hard fork today. I will check in and see if that has completed and what the status is of that. But I'm sure it's going to be pretty normal. Another kind of crazy thing is you want the deets on the on the IPO, Victor. So I will get right to that. I do want to look at the Bitcoin Ethereum chart. The Bitcoin Ethereum pairing, and if we look back here, we'll take a look at the let's go to the 12-hour here. And if you bought Ethereum back in, let's see, anywhere after September 2019, Ethereum has gained more than Bitcoin. So Ethereum has been the better bet over the past about 2 years, almost 2 years. I had a lot of people asking me, this year, what's the best investment? Because Bitcoin's taking off, and some of you listened and bought Ethereum instead of Bitcoin. And as you can see, we continue. Yeah, we have dips against Bitcoin, but we're making higher highs and higher lows. And, at some point, this could take off a lot faster than it has been. But it's, we've made a higher low here, and my bet would be that we're going to make a higher high. And if we break this resistance around 0.045 Satoshis, I think we have quite a lot of room to run before our next resistance. So, possibly up to 0.85. So right now we're at 0.37. So that would be more than doubling if we were to get up to this big resistance up here. So we'll keep an eye on it. 0.053 will also have some resistance as well. So we'll see. But yeah, Ethereum doing great today. Let's check in on the Coinbase IPO, and then we'll go into Bitcoin dominance. So there it is on the NASDAQ. Did anyone in the chat actually go in on the Coinbase IPO? I did, I did suggest yesterday to that I personally don't buy on the first day of like listings or for crypto or for initial offerings in stocks. Sometimes you miss sometimes you miss the boat and you lose out, but the majority of the time there's a big chance you could lose out if you buy right away, which a lot of people did here. So, when it first started, the first 10 minutes, a lot of people were probably just buying up the new hottest thing, the you know, coin listing, and then it got dumped on by most likely investors that had already gotten in on the stock before it even went public. How's it going, Yannick? Hope you're having a good day, man. Uh, and I mean, if you, let's say you bought, somewhere in the middle here, you're down 16%, which isn't horrible. But you if you bought up a little higher towards the top here, you were down about 27% at one point, and now it looks like it could be flattening out. This was 22% if you bought towards the top here. So yeah, that could be a lot of money to some people. What do I think of hot? Yeah, we could take a look at hot. I do think, I would still be waiting on the Coinbase. It is tightening up here, but this could easily be a bear flag forming, where we see another little dip down. So I personally would be waiting on that. But yeah, we'll keep an eye on it. It's let's see here. Yannick wants to look at hot. Let's see. This is the 5 minute. Let's see here. Yeah, Yannick, even with Bitcoin hitting all-time highs today, Bitcoin dominance continues to drop and hit lower lows. So, okay, so we did have this drawn out possibly for you from another stream, but it did break that line, and that kind of started this downfall here. So, this is one of those coins where you had I'm on Crypto Hunter Monday through Thursdays, 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. Eastern. So yeah, give a like or follow or subscribe, and set those alert buttons. Hey Zibble, how you doing? Let's see here for Yannick. I'm going to do a Fibonacci retracement and kind of give you an idea where. So we're going to take the bottom here of your main consolidation area before and then the peak of where you topped out, Yannick. And yeah, so these are the fib levels I would be watching. There is a chance a lot of the times when they pump this hard here, most of the time it comes down to the 618 or the 786. So, this one has been just continuing to drop, relatively hard. But this 618 here does have a lot of consolidation kind of right where you're at right now. That's why it's kind of holding up, and it was before this second phase of the pump. So it is possible it holds up here. It's right around, 1.56 cents. So, or 1.55 cents. So, if it drops below that at any point, really, you know, if it holds like an hour candle below that, I would expect you're probably going all the way down to 1.12 cents there. So yeah, I hope that helps, Yannick. This, you know, there is a possibility. This has happened with a ton of coins that, you know, go up like this, and you know, technically you're still going to be making higher highs and higher lows when this does kind of even out. And, you know, you might have to wait a month, maybe 2 months or 3 months, depending on how the market moves. You know, some of them have flattened out and then came back up and started testing all-time highs again in, you know, 3 to 4 weeks. Some of them, you know, still waiting after 2 months, 2 to 3 months. So it's kind of a patience game if you know, depending on where you bought, if you want to lose out. But I doubt very much this is going to have some sort of like V recovery here. So so yeah, I would be looking at these levels, the 0.15 and the 0.111. So that's where I'd be looking. Hope that helps, Yannick. Um, let's see here. Yeah, I don't have any news today. I wanted to get right into the Coinbase IPO. That's pretty much dominating most crypto news. Besides Dogecoin pumping. Thanks, crypto. Yeah, Dogecoin pumping. Like, let's see here. Let me just pull up the top gainers for the day here. Let me refresh it because, oh boy, CoinGecko. There we go. Yeah, Dogecoin was up even more today, but it says it's up 26% for 24 hours. I thought it was up like 80% or something. At one point, we can look at the coin, but we'll look at the chart. But yeah, you know, Dogecoin just unpredictable, and you know, the only reason I would hold on to Dogecoin is because to sell it on these days. So yeah, Yannick and Zibble both want VeChain, so let's do that. Yeah, Thorchain up a lot and VeChain up 16%. So let's look at that. Yeah, Thorchain Rune, that's the symbol, is one I wish I listened to myself and got in on, which I didn't, because that has been a killer coin this cycle. Let's see here. VT, here we go. Yeah, guys, look at this. We've been charting this for a while, and it keeps pumping. So let me erase that. Yeah, so let's see how long this consolidation was. So this was like a week. So I'd probably, we're going to do a fib level again. Let's do it from down here. Yeah, we would do down here. Sorry. No, let's do this one. So we're going to take before the consolidation down to here. So, you know, looking at the fib levels just from this last kind of where it peaked out after this nice movement here. And then it broke, you know, it had a retracement. It wasn't that bad. So that was $1. So it was a 24% retracement. Okay. But then it, you know, moved within these levels, and now you have your 4 fib retracement levels, so, or extension levels. So you can see right when you got around to each one, you did have some sort of consolidation and back testing. But yeah, now you guys, you can see you've hit the last one. So, you know, I'm not going to tell you guys what to do. If I was in this, you know, and I was, yeah, I invest in altcoins. I'm pretty much solely invested in altcoins at the moment. But yeah, if I was in VeChain at this point, you know, I would definitely be taking some profits up here. You know, you've hit the 4 levels of, which is not easy to do. Like, that's the 4th one's like the bonus level. So you know, you, if you were in down here, you know, let's see, you know, you guys might have been in since here, but if you were in down here, you know, around that area, that's a nice 90% gains there. So personally, I would be taking some profit, but because when this does retrace, you're probably going to see something like we just looked at with hot, you know, where it's going to come back down probably about 50% before it starts like consolidating again. Yeah, I mean, I don't want to sound like a broken record, but I'll put my money where my mouth is, and I think Ethereum, you know, being the safest altcoin in my opinion at this moment, is still a very good investment. It is only up. It's only up about from its all-time high. Let's see, we're only up about there. We're only up about 67%, not even. We're up 63% from our all-time high, okay, back in 2017. So Bitcoin from its all-time high is up 200%. So, you know, not financial advice, but I think Ethereum is one of my main picks. Let's see here. Aave, you know, I talk about Aave a lot, but this is definitely one of my, you saw, like, it has the potential to run like this. This was one of those, you know, where you get the bonus level. You know, it ran up probably more than it should have, and then we have a big 50% retracement, and now you know, you had the double bottom here, and you have a reverse head and shoulders pattern working right now. So and it's one of the bigger DeFi plays. So yeah, blindly. I do. Any coins you want to look at, let's do it. So, and yeah, if you like the content, feel free to follow or subscribe. Yeah, so I'm expecting, you can see, like, even with Bitcoin moving the way it is, it's holding these fib levels pretty nicely. I I I think this one's going to be good over, the next month um, or two. So I am expecting Aave to hit all-time highs again and probably go further. Um, Another one with a very similar chart that also has done very well in the past is the graph. Um, and it almost looks like I didn't change the chart here, but it's the same thing. It was in a downtrend after pumping like crazy, retraced about 50%, if not more, with this one. And then now it has the reverse head and shoulders pattern forming. It's a little rough, but if you go out to like the 12-hour, it looks a little cleaner. Um, and yeah, holding these fib levels, they're acting as support and resistance. So when they break, I expect just climbing this ladder up, and especially once you get past the zero point 0.5 fib level, uh, that and make it support, that can sometimes start the move up even faster. So yeah, I like the graph. I like Aave. I like Link right now. I think Link has been one of the coins. Um, yeah, we'll do HTR next. Link has been one of the big coins that has moved at times, but nothing crazy. Besides back in February, it did have the one big move, went up about 100%. So that is a nice big move, but it has been doing nothing since until and you could see same sort of chart as the Aave one, where big retracement after the pump, and then made a nice double bottom here, and then now moving up, and now it's kind of past all-time highs, blasting off. So if we did a fib level for, let's see, for Link here, it would be roughly something like this. So if Link was to hit these, all four of these, I'm not saying that's going to happen. It's a lot harder for these big coins to do that too, because it's a lot of market cap it needs to gain to go up that much. But it is certainly possible that Link could double again. This would get it up to 88 cents, $88, almost $89. So I like Link. I think it's looking really good at the moment. Obviously it just broke today, but passing all-time highs, and then and now it's still got this one channel. If it breaks that, I think it's definitely getting up to this first fib level. But there's a good chance it finds resistance here and then comes down and retests the all-time highs. So I'm fully expecting it kind of has hit the all-time highs a few times, and because Bitcoin's moving a lot today, but it is definitely above it as we speak. And even if over the next couple days it goes up a little and then comes back down and retests that $37 mark and then gets support on that, that is going to be a very bullish sign for investors if it gets some bounce off this 37 if it comes back down. So Link, I'm very positive about. Graph, and Litecoin. I'll go into Litecoin, but let's take a look at HTR here. I thought I had it here. Let's see. Okay, so HTR is on KuCoin here. The KuCoin coin has been doing pretty good. Yeah, so this is on the 4-hour blindly. I think this looks really good. So let's see, back in February, got a nice pump, retracement, and look at a very nice like U formation. That's what you want to see when you're like taking a step back and looking at the charts. And then, just had a great pump. And now it looks like you found your bottom here. So we do the same thing with these like, where you're dropping at times and stuff, like you're still making higher highs and higher lows. That's the important part. So like you don't have to get nervous over certain things like that. But we do a fib level here, and you can see you are holding this 0.382 fib level here. And you had a nice pump the other day. You had kind of a fake out with your all-time highs here. But that's okay, because you came down, and some of this may be due to Bitcoin dropping at times, and you own about 35%. So not bad. It's pretty strong that it didn't go down even more than that. So I would have, if I had to guess, I would have thought it would come down to this previous all-time high. But that's good. So 35% retracement, and now you're moving here. But again, once you broke the trend, you made higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, and now a higher low. Even though it came close to here, you're making a higher low here. So that's what's important. And you might have to be a little more patient, but eventually I would expect, as long as this is all, unfortunately, this is, mainly if we stay in a bull market, which I think we will, and kind of stay, Bitcoin doesn't dump severely or anything like that. But yeah, it's looking good blindly. Let's see here. I did want to talk a little bit about Bitcoin dominance. I said yesterday how I didn't think Bitcoin would get past 57% dominance, even if it did have a spike up from hitting all-time highs and the Coinbase listing. So it did have one big spike up to 56.32, but dropped right back down. If I go to the 15-minute here, this is why I am allocated in alts. Zibble, you asked if this chart is why I'm staying invested in alts. And when Bitcoin was hitting all-time highs, the past, back in January and February and March, when it had the runs in each one of those months, Bitcoin would get big rebounds in this chart. But it seems like it just can't hold on to that market cap. I guess it's not moving enough, but Yeah, we'll check out Ada, Zanuck. I think you're not off base there. Um, but yeah, Bitcoin dominance continues to make lower lows. Um, Even today, it made, got down to 54.27, 54%, 54.27%. So, um, the last bull run, it got all the way down to 35%. So at this rate, I think we are headed there. And my first around 52% is um, where I think Bitcoin will probably move. It will probably move sideways if Bitcoin doesn't get a bump there. But yeah, a lot of the alts kind of, you know, just holding. And if Bitcoin slows down here and even retraces back down to like 60, 50,000, uh, I don't think it's the top at all, but there is a chance that Bitcoin could. I'll pull up a chart just to show you kind of what I mean. But let's take a look at ADA. Uh, yeah, so ADA looking really good. Let me go to 2 hour first. So Zanuck, Yannick, we had this chart, and um, yeah, ADA was able to break above it shortly, but has now gotten rejected again. Um, but yeah, I think it is way more probable. It is way more probable that we eventually break up and move past the all-time highs here. Um, and with this is a nice, pretty clear ascending triangle. So what we would do here is for your kind of mark here, you would take that side there where it entered, and basically add it to where you would exit. So, well, in this case, it's the top here. So, but yeah, right about there would put your target, and I'll add a line there. So right around $2.16. So for this pattern, the symmetrical triangle, to complete its pattern here, that would be the target. So yeah, looking really good. You could also do a Fibonacci, and let's see where things line up. Yeah, okay, so you got these Fibonacci extensions as well. So you're looking at $1.80 as probably your first level of resistance once you clearly break above. Yeah, blindly. I hope that helps, Yannick. You do need to get above here and kind of hold. If you like hold a daily candle, or even like a 6 hour, 12-hour candle above the all-time highs, and make support on it, that will get you up there. Yeah, let me I'll put the music back on for you guys. Let me know if the music is like way too low or way too high. I can't really tell. Um, let's go to the blindly. I always am looking at the uh, both charts personally because I I don't really care how my dollar amount goes up and down right now, um, because I'm in it for the longer term, and I don't think the cycle's over. So my main goal is to accumulate more Bitcoin. Um, so this is the we'll look at Safe Moon Zibble. I think that's one of the newer listings, if I remember. So the reason the chart looks like this instead of, the dollar pairing is because basically, it's been up and down, but basically HTR has been staying kind of on pace with Bitcoin for about a month now. So, when Bitcoin starts moving up, it seems like Hathor moves down a little bit, and then the opposite sometimes happens. The reason, because this is a smaller market cap coin, and when Bitcoin starts to move, most people, not most, a lot of traders will take their money out of alts, especially smaller cap alts, and put it into Bitcoin because, again, with that Bitcoin dominance will normally go up a lot. All the money flows back into Bitcoin. And then when Bitcoin settles down, people feel safe enough to take their money out of Bitcoin and, bet on the alts that can make them bigger gains. So, I mean, though this has been kind of up and down, it's holding this support pretty strong. So you did dip down below it a couple times, or one time, really, a couple days ago. And this is probably when Bitcoin hit its all-time high a couple days ago, when it went from 61 to 63,000, because this is a 4-hour chart. For a second, for an hour or two, people take it out because they think Bitcoin might be going up to 70,000. And most of the times the alts will bleed when that happens. So that's kind of what happened here. But it is holding this support pretty strong. It's a newer coin, so it's only been a few months, but yeah, it's holding its support pretty well. And if Bitcoin settles down, I would bet, not financial advice, but if Bitcoin kind of settles here or drops more, as long as it isn't crazy drops, 5,000-10,000, but if it keeps dropping by 1,000 or two a few times, this will probably move back up because people will try to, save some of their profits by putting them into altcoins, the altcoins that look good anyway. Yeah, let's take a look at... You don't hear anything, Yannick? How about that? Let's see, Safe Moon, I believe. Let me see what the, yeah, it is, yeah, we looked at this the other day. I don't think it's not on, yeah, it's not on TradingView yet. Yeah, so it came out in March. I don't know why it's not on TradingView yet. Oh, it's a Pancake Swap listing. So, but I can look at this price chart here. And yeah, I don't know much about this one. It's, you know, got listed and then, you know, about 2 weeks later had its big pump, and now it is consolidating down right before it made the big move. So it's moving sideways. It seems to be holding that like the level it's at pretty well. But yeah, I mean, I feel like it's a guess if it's going to get another pump like that. So it's certainly possible with these smaller cap alts. Let's see what the market cap is. Yeah, it doesn't even have a market cap. $9 million trade, 24-hour trading volume. So yeah, I'm not sure, Zibble. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure I would be investing in that one. Yannick, I don't know if I trust you enough to say any words you want me to say, so. But, you know, I love all people, so. After, I'm sure he's doing it simultaneously. He's the he's keeping all of these people employed with his bits. Maybe it's a root beer. Yeah, he is a crazy guy. He makes it a little, he makes the stream a little you know, more entertaining though, so I'm not complaining. Let's see how we're doing here. Link continuing to pump, guys. You know, I am interested if this is going to break this resistance here. So we'll keep an eye on that, but that would be pretty cool. Yeah, Yannick, when can I come watch your stream? Let's see, Ethereum moving up a little bit. Let's see if that means Bitcoin is moving up. No, Bitcoin not moving up. So yeah, guys, Ethereum and Link probably, yeah, Ethereum and Link looking good. Oh, I did want to see Litecoin here. Yeah, I agree. At least once. I will watch. Let me back out here. So Litecoin has not hit all-time highs yet, which is why I think it's a good investment right now, especially like look at this W pattern here, this double bottom. Yeah, I'm pretty confident in Litecoin at the moment. So RACs, it does have this channel here, and if it can break this channel, that's going to be really good. And the other reason I like Litecoin is the BTC chart. So if I can find that, it is this is a daily, let's go to auto, we zoom out here. You see since February, so over a year-long trend line, and actually this went here. You could even say since August 2019 it hit here first, and it's been on a downtrend against Bitcoin after this huge move down, and we've hit a couple times, tried to break this trend, and it hasn't happened. So today we did peak above it for a second, and now we're holding very close to we're holding pretty close to it. So I don't know, guys. This is why I'm not, moving away from Litecoin. I don't care about the fundamentals, with this one. Honestly, I'm not sure how useful it is with Bitcoin and, all of the other ones, but I don't really care because you can see when it broke a similar trend before how far it moved up. So it has a lot of room to grow. So yeah, I will be patient on this one. It almost got down to the lowest it's ever been against Bitcoin. Only really like 1 or 2% above it. So ADA will make you rich in a couple years. I mean, if you put a decent amount of money into any one of the top altcoins, I would say in about 5 years, 4 to 5 years, you could very well be pretty rich. So in a couple years, we might be in a bear market and the prices might look similar to where we are now. So I don't know, but that's definitely a possibility. So blindly, I mean, let me see. Let me look at HTR's market cap. $221. So that's good. You're not like, you're in the 200 to 300 level, $270 million market cap. So, I mean, what I would tell you with that is that, you know, if you look back at 2017, a lot of those coins are not around or worthless at the moment. But if you pick the right one, if you're very confident in HTR as like a project and you wait, you know, that long, there's a good chance you'll be more rich than if you just went into one of the more safer options. So I would say that's much riskier, but the rewards will probably be like at least 10 times greater than investing in, yeah, I mean, if it gets into the top 20, you know, even this cycle, you're going to be very well off. So hey, neat account. You know, I talked about this yesterday. There was a good chance that the investors that had like they had private offerings of the stock to certain investors. I don't really know, you know, don't mark my words on all of this, but I'm fairly certain that there was a lot of private offerings before the stock went public. So so basically they got to buy it, you know, maybe around $250 per share before it went public. They could buy a certain amount of shares, and then they let it pump up because so many retail investors, this has been hyped up for all week by media and whoever, so they let it pump up more than it had already pumped since they got to take a bite of the apple. And then once it got to a certain point, maybe where they doubled their money, you know, or more than that, I really don't know what the values they were offered it at, but we're talking a lot of money from big investment companies or shareholders. I don't really know, exactly what happened, but then they have certain price in mind, and it got all the way up to 430, and then they dump they dump all of their shares or big portions of their shares because they just made a killing because they had access to it before the retail investor did. So they're considered the smart money, and then the dumb money today, gets to buy it on all the hype, and then they get dumped on, and they lose. We calculated before, most people who bought in this area lost 16 to 22%, something like that, 25%. So, and I'm not convinced that the dropping is done. It may very well be, but I wouldn't be surprised either way. It is flattening out here, so I would expect some little move to happen, kind of like this one at some point, but it could also be down, so we'll see. But if it did go down and made a bottom at the same area it stopped before, that's giving more data that this might be the bottom level around 308, 309. That's what it's really worth. Does that make sense? Need account? And if you guys know Chamath, he's one of the first big investors in Bitcoin. Now he's a billionaire. He's on CNBC all the time. He's always pro crypto and everything, but he put out he laid this out a month or two ago, how he thought this would probably happen to retail investors. So this is kind of why I like, this happens in crypto too. So I'll show you one where it happened in crypto. This is the Polkadot Uniswap listing. Okay, and there was a private sale. See these little green dots here? This was private sales at 40 cents they got to buy. So they had venture capitalists that got in, I think, at 30 cents. And then they did a raffle type style where they picked maybe 100 people or 500 people that got to put in $500 max at 40 cents. And then when it finally listed on Uniswap, it went up to I want to say $50 at first, and eventually got up to $70. I think that is the all-time high, and then just got totally dumped on. This is the 1 hour chart, so this all happened within a day pretty much, and again, this is why I say wait till. But they made the they made so much money. From down here to here is 11,000%. Okay, so just ridiculous amounts of money being made, and then gets dumped on by, and it wasn't all retail some retail got in and then dumped too, but it wasn't all venture capitalists doing that. But I this happens with a lot of I mean, the private sales, I hear what you're saying. It is unfair. The reason most companies do it is because they get huge investments to start their project with, or to keep their project going, so the venture capitalists are like, we will give you millions of dollars, but we're also getting this many this amount of your market cap supply at this price, But in saying that, a lot of these, Uniswap initial offerings end up doing this pattern here, which I drew another day, where they start flattening out, and then when people start seeing it reverse, then a lot of the smarter retail traders will jump in and, get the price back up to where, it should be, not maybe not this high, but it is possible. A lot of these coins have done that. So it's looking like this may be a bottom. We've now hit it. Let's see. Now hit it 3 times here. So I don't know though, because we are still on like a downtrend here that needs to break before I would feel comfortable that this is the bottom. So I mean, and you don't even have to take that from the top. Let's see. But yeah, it's kind of like where it's most of the points are lining up. So this would definitely have to break up. And if that was to happen, I would feel pretty confident that this might be the bottom, like where traders aren't letting it really get lower than that because they think it's too much of a deal so they buy it up. But yeah, once this breaks, if it breaks up and doesn't keep going down, then I'd probably think this is close to the bottom, and eventually, who knows how long it will take, but eventually it might have another big move up again. So we'll see. But yeah, this happens in crypto too, with newer stuff. But let's see, Bitcoin dominance still kind of falling here. Let's see, Link. Guys, Link broke the resistance I was just talking about. It broke it like 15 minutes ago. So this is very good for Link here. So we'll see if it comes down and makes support on it and then tries to go up to the all-time, or it made all-time highs. It tries to go up to like the $46 mark. We'll see what happens there. But yeah, Link killing it today. Let's see here. We got, and let me just see the link BTC chart. Yeah, so, you know, Link making all-time highs today or yesterday. But this is the Link BTC chart. So to get up to all-time highs there, you got another almost 2x compared to Bitcoin. So Link getting up to those top levels is not that crazy. So we'll see. It's not going to be easy, but it did just break a trend line here. So did you lose a lot on the Coinbase? Not that it's any of my business. I'm just like, oh, okay. Yeah, that's probably, that's good. In H bar, yeah, that's the one we looked at. Right. Let me just pull it up one more time before I. No, we looked at HTR, right? You want to look at H bar? Hedra hash graph, yeah. Let's see how this looks. So this is a 4 hour. This is a nice kind of double bottom here. Like that's a bullish sign, and then you have this is the resistance that you kind of got rejected at, but you're still in the uptrend because you're making higher highs, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, and it looks like you're making higher low. So if you can break this trend, that will I mean, I would be very surprised if you broke this and didn't get back up to all-time highs. But yeah, I mean, this looks pretty nice to me. I could look at, why is that up there? Hold on, let me erase that. There we go. Turn that white. So I'm just looking at the let me go to the daily. Just looking at like the daily RSI here. You have I'm just looking at the lows here. You have higher low from here to here, or we could go from here. nothing on that one. Yeah, there's not much on the RSI, but yeah, I mean, I think this looks pretty good. Let me see if we do. If we do a Fibonacci extension, yeah, you can see that the reason you got rejected, let me zoom in here. Like this is a fib level and it lines up with that resistance almost perfectly. So yeah, this is going to be, you want to break this. This is, it crosses right here, which is probably where about you're going to hit it maybe tomorrow. But yeah, I mean, overall looks good. If you are able to break all-time highs, the first level you're really looking at is 57 cents. So you're at 37 now. So yeah, that's good. Yeah, I'm not, not financial advice, but this this setup does not worry me. Let's see. I mean, I've been talking about it a lot, but the one I'm pretty optimistic about is Aave at the moment. The DeFi sector seems to be heating up, and this pattern as well is looking pretty nice. And it's been long enough where I think the next moves up might be made. So yeah, Aave is one I'm personally allocating at this point, because it can move really nice as well. So and it's kind of been holding a key level. It's been holding the key fib levels, but right now it's at $400, like exactly, which is kind of a like psychological level as well. Yeah, I mean, I'm talking more long term. Like, this month I think it could do very well. If you're talking like daily stuff, I mean, if you're talking daily stuff, most people are like riding these waves. So like Link, for instance, not to say that it will definitely happen, but if I go to like the 15-minute here, like Link retesting this trend line here that's been in play since beginning of April, it just passed through it. So I know it's moved about 12% today, but it could easily have a lot more to go. like this week. So like you guys saw how much XRP and XLM and some of the other ones moved. So yeah, I mean, I don't really day trade, so I'm more swing trade where I'm looking at, you know, a couple weeks or months and then try to get, you know, once the move happens, I'll take profits and move it into the next coin that hasn't made those, you know, that's been resting for a month or two. But yeah, the you know, the more successful guys are riding these like BAT. Yeah, let's look at BAT. You know, BAT did a crazy move yeah, a few months ago, April 9th. Let's see, let's look at the 4-hour. I had some BAT back in the summer, so I'm a little ticked at myself. Yeah, because I did not hold it. But yeah, I mean, it's holding nicely where it's at. How long? Yeah, this has been like 2 weeks. It's been able to hold there, so it may not have. Yeah, and you can see it. It came down right to the previous all-time high, so it retested that a couple times. You know, the only thing is it might be another week or two before it moves, just because see how long this consolidation was. Unless it gets some news or something, it might consolidate a little longer. But you know, I don't know that, but it could. But yeah, they have the Brave browser, but just like decentralized, you know, browser now, where Theta has boomed with the decentralized like YouTube type project, and like decentralized social media, I'm sure is just going to keep going. So yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if BAT holds there, consolidates a little longer, and then makes a move up. And it could be at any point, but just based on previous moves, it normally takes a little longer than what it's done so far. There's Raven. let's check in on, see, so Bitcoin dominance continuing to fall here. I'm sure Link is taking up some of that market cap. Ethereum. Yeah, Ethereum about to set another all-time high today, while Bitcoin is not. So, you know, we may be on the verge of like an actual alt season where, you know, there's major gains, not just in, you know, 8 altcoins a day having great days. I'm talking like 50 to 80 altcoins having major double-digit moves every day for a week or two. That's like a real alt season, and I've seen them happen. So well, I mean, Ethereum is got way more of a use case than, you know, just a crypto exchange. Ethereum's going to be used, you know, all the decentralized finance that's happening and will happen is on the Ethereum blockchain. All the NFT stuff going on is on the Ethereum blockchain. And Ethereum's going to be used in a lot of industries, most industries in the future. The blockchain, just making, you know, it makes things more efficient that will save money for companies. So because, well, I mean, the Ethereum corporation, or I forget what the name of it is, but they can allow certain companies to use the blockchain. So the like, it's decentralized, but Ethereum can allow, you know, certain companies to use it. And I mean, it's all supply and demand. So like, they own Ethereum, and the price of Ethereum will keep going up because people think it's an incredible investment. No, yeah, Polkadot is a competitor, and Aave is a competitor, and Binance Smart Chain is a competitor, and a few more like Elron. But yeah, I think Ethereum will end up being the, you know, they'll all probably do very well, but I think Ethereum, and they are taking slices of Ethereum's market cap from Ethereum at the moment, because Ethereum has some, you know, problems, but they have a solution. It's just taking a little longer for it all to phase in. But once it's phased in, like Ethereum 2.0 finally, and it won't even be when that happens, a lot of the solutions will happen over the next few months. over this year. And yeah, it will basically secure its spot as number one. That's what I think anyway. So yeah, Ethereum 2.0 will be, it's not that there's going to be pros and cons to each of them. I'm very optimistic on Polkadot. I think Polkadot is second best. And I think Polkadot's a great investment too. But Ethereum has already, like, there'll be pros and cons to each of them, but Ethereum has been working at this longer and has already built their ecosystem so big. Like, I believe it's something like 90% of like coders that get into blockchain coding learn Solidity, which is Ethereum's coding language. So they've already gotten like a huge portion of the projects. And, you know, like I said, all the NFT projects, not all of them, but like 90% of them run on Ethereum's blockchain. Same with DeFi. And all the big institutions, they're going to go to Ethereum first because most of them will, because it's already solidified its position, and it, like, Ethereum 2.0 is going to solve most of the problems, if not, you know, the majority of any little issues they have. So I feel like it's going to be very improbable for someone to take it over, so to, you know, to become bigger than them. But it's kind of like, you know, not quite, but like Microsoft and Apple. You know, like there'll be other, Polkadot and Aave will be good. Well, Ethereum, right as you said that, literally is breaking all-time highs, 2406, where yesterday it hit 2402. So, and now it's probably going to start pumping a little bit because it got over that 2410, 2411. Yeah, Ethereum is my biggest bag, and it's been my biggest bag all year, and I've been waiting for arguably I would have done better if Polkadot or Cardano were my biggest bags at the beginning of the year, but Ethereum's doing better than Bitcoin this year, and I think it has a lot of room to run. So, but you can see we have this pattern, and the target is 2550, and we have slowly gotten up there, more than halfway. I'd say like 60% there. $24.15. I'll be right back, guys. This is the 5-minute chart for Ether. Trust swap. Yeah, I had a little trust swap back in the summer too. Let's see here. So I had a nice pump back in February. So had a nice kind of like a V-shaped recovery here. Yeah, and you can see it came right down to the 0.5 Fibonacci level, got a bounce there, and then got rejected again, close to all-time highs, but not quite there, and now it's at the, so you're hoping now it can get a bounce off the 618 Fibonacci level. And let me go to like the 6 hour and see. So if it could get a bounce here, you know, this is before it actually happens, but you see here, this would be the right shoulder. This is the head. And now if it gets a bounce here, it would be forming a nice head and shoulders, reverse head and shoulders pattern. So upside down. But that normally is a very bullish pattern. And that would get you up, you know, at least to all-time highs, most likely past that a little bit. But you'll definitely probably hit some resistance at all-time highs. But you know, I would want to see what it's going to do, around this level here. If you start to get a nice move back up, then you know, that might be a that would be a very optimistic sign that you're might take another crack at this resistance here. Yeah, it's always better, in my opinion, to wait on, you know, like being more patient and getting in where you think the bottoms are, normally work out a lot better than trying to ride the waves up, not knowing where the top is, guessing where the top is, because they will drop faster than you think. And even when it starts to drop, you think, oh, it's yeah, Ren, we could take a look at Ren. Ren can certainly move. Last summer it moved like crazy anyway. I had a nice, yeah, this was February. Yeah, Ren looks good. Just by like looking at it at first hand, it looks similar to like Aave, like those charts. But you can see you broke this first kind of downward trend line here. And now you're like constantly making support right at this, you know, right around this area, and you've made it here too. It looks like that's a pretty secure bottom at this point. So like this is the type of chart I would look at and think this could be a very good accumulation area, because it looks like it's at the bottom. It's hit it multiple times and got, you know, buyers buy it there to keep it from going lower. Like enough traders are looking at this area to buy it. And yeah, it's right before it had this big pump up. So you know, they're accumulating here and waiting for another one of those, or for it to gradually go up and past it. But it certainly could happen. But this is what I'm talking about. Like, instead of chasing the pumps, you look for charts like this. The risk that it's going to go so much lower are way less probable than it going up, in my opinion, you know. Yeah, and like I said, with the alt season, if we get a true crazy alt season, most of those coins will make you your money and probably some more back. But it's got to happen, you know. Let's check on Link here. Yeah, so like I said, it's probably gonna, it did kind of come down and test this trend line. Not really, I'm not sure how perfect this trend line is, but it did come back down and is kind of holding these levels. So we'll see, it might come down closer to it. Yeah, Link is doing something, Duck. I think we talked about that. Did we talk about Link yesterday? Yeah, these are our levels, Duck. Let me zoom out here. Yeah. These are Fibonacci levels. So the first one is $46.85. Nice. 29. Yeah, great. That's great, man. Yeah, that honestly, not financial advice, but Link is a key player in this market, and I'm not going to be shocked at all if it can travel all of these fib levels all the way up to $88. That's not going to shock me. I've seen it happen multiple times. This last, let's see, this last pump it had was started at $13 and got up to $35. So that's more than 100. Right. Well, patience will reward you sometimes. Yeah, it's hard. It's hard when your coins are just sitting there. You're like, oh, I could put this money into a coin that's moving, you know? So I get it. It's the reason most traders lose out is because they're buying when it's pumping and they're selling when it's either dumping or you know, or bottoming out. So look for the bottoms and sell when, like, take some profit whenever you feel euphoric, when you're so like, wow, this never happens, my coin is doing great. You know, take some profits and have levels in mind where you want to take some profits. Like, you know, come ask me for levels and I will give them to you. You can write them down. I'm going to try to make these charts public for you guys, so I just really haven't had the time to figure out how. But I'm going to do that for you guys so you can come back and look at these. So Ethereum is also pumping, Duck. I don't know if you are holding any Ethereum, but all-time highs as we speak, the past like 10 minutes. Not much of a move, but still, this is kind of what Ethereum's been doing. It moves like a couple inches and then takes a break, like it's very out of shape or something. There you go. Here's Aave. What did I tell you guys at the beginning of the stream? Aave is my pick. It's got some resistance here, but it has had a very nice pump in the past 20 minutes. But it's still got to get up past 420. Nice. Yeah, it's because Bitcoin moved up at first today. I'm telling you, most other coins will like Bitcoin will suck the money out of other coins because people don't want to miss the Bitcoin boat. So they move it into Bitcoin really fast, and that makes a lot of altcoins go down. Not all of them. Some of them do better than Bitcoin, and some of them stay right with it. But a lot of the smaller stuff will go to Bitcoin. So now that Bitcoin has kind of let's look at Bitcoin here. Yeah, I mean it had like these two big dips, but it seems like it's kind of holding up all right for the time being. So, you know, when Bitcoin, you know, it fell back down but it doesn't look like it's going to collapse, that's when traders will move their money back into altcoins because they're like, okay, Bitcoin isn't going to 70K. I'm going to put it into some altcoins that are pumping. So, so that's why Bitcoin dominance continues to drop. This is what I'm talking about. If you're in alts, this is the chart you want to be looking at. Look at this 5-minute candle. This is when Bitcoin went from like 62,000 to 64. I believe at 6 o'clock this morning this happened. This was a 5-minute candle, Bitcoin dominance. This is how much money went into Bitcoin, you know, from the altcoins. And then when it stopped at 64, it went right back down and, you know, gradually went up as Bitcoin got up closer to 65,000, and then since it's been just relaxing and going back down a little bit, money's flowing back into the alts today. This is all just today, so is AWE a coin, or am I just misreading? Yeah, no. Were you saying, oh my god, we did something? When to sell? When to sell what? Thank you, Love for Seasons. I didn't even know you were there. Glad you were listening. Yeah, I do have to go. It's 6 o'clock. Flies by when you're having fun. Aave, when to sell? See, Aave is a long-term thing for me. Yeah, I told you. Aave had that pump. Yeah, it's got to get above 420, and then I think you'll see, like, it's got some decent resistance there. The fib level, but it's hit that fib level 3 times recently, so, or in the past couple weeks. So if it can get above 420, that's probably going to act as you know, kind of a springboard up to 455. So 420 and 455, that's what I'm looking at. But long term, I'm not selling Aave. I'll probably take some profits at like 750. So I think I don't have a tip jar. I think bits are the tip. I should know this, but like if you know how to give bits, but you know, you could always do it another day. But yeah, on Twitch, I think you just give bits. I'm not sure if there's. I gotta do my whole Twitch, you know, profile and add the donation thing and everything. But I'm gonna do that. But I appreciate it. Love for seasons. So I hope you guys had a nice stream. I'm going to leave it there. Let's hope all of our altcoins continue to pump. Honestly, if Bitcoin settles down, now the Coinbase is like, that day is done. If Bitcoin continues to settle here, dominance will keep falling and the altcoins should see some gains, most of them anyway. So we'll see what happens. Yeah, I think Litecoin's gonna do good. Don't worry, I think Litecoin's gonna do good. Alright guys, thanks for the subscribe today, Crypto Hunter, and blindly following. Appreciate it. I will see you guys tomorrow at 4 p.m. Eastern. All right, God bless.